I'm Caroline Riady. I'm Deputy President Director of Siloam. It's an honor to be involved with a company whose primary goal is to take care of the healthcare needs of the community. All our staff strive to deliver our best through professionalism, being accountable in all that we do, and possessing a relentless spirit in providing service excellence for our patients. By doing so, we benefit our stakeholders, our patients, and communities throughout Indonesia. As Siloam grows, so does the impact we have on the Indonesian society. We are proud to play a role in building a healthier Indonesia. The most important mission for Siloam in 2021 is to ensure that our staff and patients are safe. We invested a substantial amount in personal protective equipment for both our staff members as well as patients. We've conducted continuous COVID testing, substantially increased the standard of PPE required, and vaccinated our hospital staff. The value of these initiatives year to date, 2021, is around 143 billion rupiah. To compensate employees for their sacrifice and bravery in these trying times, we've paid hardship allowance for our frontline medical workers, totaling 51 billion rupiah in 2021. Siloam's vaccination drive is continuing, and in the first half of 2021, Siloam has performed more than 160,000 public COVID vaccinations. We will continue to play our role in vaccinating Indonesia against COVID-19. Siloam management have consistently invested throughout the pandemic to ensure that patients have access to best quality medical treatment, including for the testing and treatment of COVID patients. Siloam management have continued to expand our COVID treatment capabilities by refurbishing wards and adding additional COVID beds. We've built a total capacity of 1,696 operational beds available for the treatment of COVID, which includes adding an additional 661 beds in 2021. To provide a high quality of care for those patients, we acquired an additional 301 oxygen concentrators and 106 ventilators in 2021. Total capex invested to combat COVID came to 33 billion rupiah in the first half of 2021. We believe it is important to assist communities which are in desperate need of healthcare services during these difficult times. We built 2 clinics, one in Papua and one in Jakarta, which provide subsidized and free medical care and pharmaceuticals for people in need within these communities. The total value of the services we've provided at no cost is around 2.1 billion rupiah. We have allocated an additional 30 billion rupiah to be spent for the rest of 2021 on CSR activities to benefit communities which are in need during these difficult times. Siloam's role is central to improving the quality of life of society through great medical care. To provide great medical care, we need well-trained medical personnel. Siloam invests every year in Indonesia's medical skill base by providing scholarships for medical and nursing training. We provide scholarships to men and women right across the country, and we focus on areas where there is a significant shortage of skills. We take people from these communities and put them through nursing school. We then provide work for them after they finish their studies. This program increases the country's medical skill base, particularly in those regions with large shortages. It provides training to those who otherwise would be unlikely to be able to afford a university education, and it ensures Siloam has a strong pipeline of medical talent available for deployment around the country. In the first half of 2021, Siloam has graduated 408 nurses through this program. The goal of all that we do is to continually improve the level of clinical care being provided in Indonesia. The pandemic has presented challenges, but despite these challenges, Siloam is committed to continuing to invest in our medical infrastructure, equipment, and personnel to ensure that we are providing best-in-class care and clinical outcomes throughout the patient journey. I wish you and your families safety and good health.
Hi, my name is Varun Khanna. I'm Siloam's Chief Commercial Officer. Siloam's management team has spent considerable time and energy optimizing the business strategy across the group. Our endeavor was to create a sustainable and impactful strategy across our core business, clinical, network, and digital, which then coupled with execution would drive excellence in clinical outcomes, benchmark standards, patient experience, and immense stakeholder value. We've been able to achieve excellent results in our clinical outcomes, customer and patient satisfaction, which are consistently tracked and monitored through our multiple group-wide indicators. Our focus on improving access and experience through digitization of patient booking channels, building upon Siloam's culture of service excellence, and building training tools to ensure service consistency across our network has led to significant growth in volumes across our entire network. And I must mention that volume increase, efficiency, and optimization of costs have added to margin expansion as well. As of 2019, Siloam had 18 loss-making hospitals, which accounted for EBITDA losses of 161 billion. Through dedicated programs to move these hospitals to profitability, by 2020, these hospitals generated Siloam 47 billion of positive EBITDA, a turnaround of 208 billion within a 12-month period. As at the first half of 2021, these same 18 hospitals generated positive EBITDA of 150 billion. And of the 18 hospitals which were unprofitable in 2019, 9 of these are now profitable. Siloam's management will maintain focus on driving the remaining loss-making hospitals to profitability and to continue the strong growth trajectory of the newly profitable hospitals. We've been committed to creating access across Indonesia, making us the only pan-Indonesian private healthcare chain operating in 29 cities, and the fact that we can do it profitably adds to sustainability of our vision. I believe strong relationships are formed in times like these, and we most certainly strengthen many of our existing relationships over the last 18 months, as well as establishing many new ones. Siloam's corporate account management was strengthened by new product design, which included Siloam's client loyalty programs, consulting services, and the corporate health index package. To strengthen our account management capabilities, we've automated sales reporting to significantly reduce the time spent by account managers for administrative work so that they have more time to perform the key role, which is business development. As a result of these initiatives, Siloam has increased our total number of corporate and insurance clients and increased share of the wallet from our existing relationships as well. Our top 5 corporate insurance clients contributed a revenue of 643 billion in the first half of 2021, which compared with 397 billion in pre-COVID first half 2019. Siloam's corporate and insurance customer base increased significantly over the last 2 years, growing 82% in first half 2021 compared with pre-COVID on first half 2019. We will continue to establish new relationships and strengthen existing ones. This puts us in an incredibly strong position to continue the fast pace of business growth in the foreseeable future. Siloam continues to strengthen its medical capabilities by establishing strategic partnerships with prestigious global medical and technology companies. These partnerships include oncology, cardiology, neuro, and enhancing our presence in IVF and maternity. With the rise of digital health adoption, Siloam partnered with some of the well-known online aggregators, providing inpatient support, specialist consult, diagnostic capabilities, and pharmacy support. We've been immensely supported by our corporate partners in developing an extremely large network of COVID-19 testing and treatment facilities, providing one of the broadest networks for our customers throughout the country. Innovation, investment, and initiative to serve Indonesians have been the key to our success in helping the country manage the pandemic. As we continue to explore strategic partnerships which strengthen our medical capabilities and enable us to provide world-class healthcare to our patients, I wish you and your family safety and good health. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Julie McCorn, Siloam's Chief Quality and Nursing Officer. For many years, Siloam has invested heavily in its training capabilities to ensure that our staff reach their full potential and can provide our patients with the highest quality care. Our training capabilities have enabled us to quickly pivot our business at the beginning of and at the worst times of the pandemic, so that our staff could continue providing critical care for all manner of health conditions. At Siloam, we understand that proactively upskilling our workforce and having the ability to rapidly respond to changing circumstances and train staff at short notice, this is essential. So we have invested in creating the Siloam Training Centre. Over the past year, the training centre enabled Siloam to rapidly train doctors, nurses and other medical staff. One specific training need during the pandemic has been for intensive care nurses. In 2021 alone, the training centre has provided training for an additional 72 nurses to be able to be placed in intensive care units across the country. Currently, the Siloam Training Centre offers more than 200 courses on professional and quality medical care, and in the first half of 2021 has trained more than 13,000 of Siloam's employees. Siloam continues to invest heavily in clinical programs which we believe will create the most value for both patients and our stakeholders. We establish centres of excellence at our hospitals where we offer holistic medical expertise in a medical specialisation. Each centre represents a one-stop care facility and includes screening, diagnostics, clinical management, rehabilitation and education. As our centres of excellence become recognised, the patient volumes increase and we begin to receive patients coming from areas outside the hospital's traditional geographic areas. In the first half of 2021, the number of neurology, internal and orthopaedic surgeries was respectively 13%, 8% and 2% higher than in pre-pandemic times. Overall, the number of surgeries in the first half of 2021 was only 10% lower compared to pre-pandemic levels. As Siloam continues to invest in and perfect its medical capabilities, I'm confident that we will see a continued increase in patient volumes across all craft groups for the foreseeable future. Siloam leverages new and innovative technologies to improve access and affordability of quality care across its extensive network. While COVID-19 dominates a lot of our mind space in the history of our company, the impact of COVID-19 will ultimately be for a very short period of time. So when making investments in our medical capabilities, we are looking many years into the future. Each investment is made with a clear business plan of increasing both the quality of care and the volume of patients over an extended period of time. In the first half of 2021, Siloam added 4 state-of-the-art CT scanners and 1 cath lab to its suite of medical equipment. Siloam is open and ready to take care of patients in need. We will continue to invest in our capabilities and operational capacity so that we can provide high-quality care to more patients for the foreseeable future. I wish you and your families safety and good health at this time.
Hi, I'm Rianto Marino, Siloam's Chief Information Officer. The ability to effectively adapt has been key to Siloam's success in providing healthcare to the wider Indonesian community throughout the pandemic. In the past several years, Siloam has ramped up its investment in its ICT capabilities. Part of this investment was developing a self-service application called My Siloam. Through this application, patients across Indonesia can book their medical appointments, access their medical records, and book COVID testing and vaccinations. This application has been critical to Siloam in providing healthcare as it makes medical services more accessible. On average, around 60,000 COVID tests are booked per month via our My Siloam application and online services. My Siloam app has been impactful to our vaccination programs as it allows patients to search for a vaccination center, check available slots, and book specific times for them to get vaccinated. The application has facilitated more than 100,000 vaccinations up until the first half of 2021. The increased efficiency of the booking process by our online application has been crucial for Siloam to effectively roll out its COVID testing, vaccination programs, as well as to facilitate patient care for a wide range of medical services. The ability to be able to book specific medical services at specific times without having to make a phone call has proved an incredibly popular and effective tool. The number of downloads of my Siloam app increased by 321% quarter-on-quarter in the second quarter of 2021, and traffic to Siloam's website and related online services increased by 40% year-on-year. We expect to see continued growth in the use of our online platforms. The COVID pandemic accelerated changes in consumer behavior, and many of these behavioral changes drove significant increase in demand for online medical services. We saw a considerable spike in demand for teleconsultation services, and demand for these services are in all likelihood permanent and are here to stay. Siloam has enabled my Siloam app for teleconsultation for our patients. As of June 2021, more than 1,000 of Siloam specialists and doctors are accessible for teleconsultation with my Siloam app. We expect the continued growth of teleconsultation services for the foreseeable future. We will continue to explore, to innovate, and invest in our ICT capabilities to keep enhancing the experience of Siloam's patients. Thank you, and I wish you and your family safety and health.
Hi, I'm Daniel Puan, Siloam's Chief Financial Officer. The current COVID pandemic is front of mind for much of the community. However, like every other pandemic in history, this too will subside and society will go back to regular day-to-day life. In Siloam's 25-year history, Siloam and the management team have weathered national political crisis, the Asian financial crisis, global financial crisis, and now the COVID-19 pandemic. Siloam has endured through all of this, and we plan on playing a significant role in growing Indonesia's medical capabilities for many decades to come. While COVID-19 may be front of mind for many people, Siloam's management team is focused on growing our business for the long term. For this reason, we've continued to invest heavily in our core medical capabilities to strengthen our center of excellence and heighten the quality of care received by our patients. These investments will bear fruit for many years to come and outlive the ravages of COVID. In the first half of 2021, net profit was 302 billion rupiah, a growth of 333% year-on-year, with a net profit margin of 8%. Siloam booked EBITDA of 961 billion rupiah, growing 150% compared with the first half of 2020. EBITDA margin was 25% in the first half of 2021, compared to 15% in the first half of 2020. Revenues also rose to 3.8 trillion in the first half of 2021, growing 52% compared to the first half of 2020. Siloam recorded operational cash flow of 359 billion rupiah in the first half, and the net cash position as at the end of the second quarter was 850 billion rupiah. Inpatient days increased by 12% in the first half of 2021 to 366,000 days, compared to the second half of 2020. Inpatient days in the first half of 2021 were only 14% lower than in the pre-COVID first half of 2019. In the first half of 2021, total surgeries performed was only 10% less than in the pre-COVID first half of 2019. Less complex medical treatments, such as those performed at outpatient clinics, are also beginning to rise. Outpatient visits increased by 11% in the first half of 2021 to 1.14 million compared with the second half of 2020. Outpatient visits were also 13% lower in the first half of 2021 compared with the pre-COVID first half of 2019. Siloam's private revenue streams contributed 73% of revenue in the first half of 2021. The remaining revenue was 12% from BPJS and 15% from the Ministry of Health for treatment of COVID patients. This is a remarkable turnaround in inpatient volumes, and we expect non-COVID private patient volumes, particularly high acuity cases, to continue to rise. Siloam's strategy comprises of 4 key pillars. These are core growth, network expansion, clinical programs, and digital health. In line with these 4 pillars, we have both strategic revenue enhancement and cost management initiatives. To drive revenue growth, we've implemented strategic initiatives such as procedure packaging, value-based pricing, and increasing our sales team's productivity. We've also grown capacity and equipment utilizations at our hospital units. We focus on providing BPJS services which are sustainable for our business. On the cost efficiency side, we have implemented a material cost reduction program, stronger demand planning and inventory management program, OPEX optimization, along with CAPEX optimizations improvement programs. Siloam will continue to invest heavily in strengthening our medical capabilities to ensure that our business will continue to grow for many years to come. There remains a significant shortage of quality medical services in Indonesia, and I'm proud to be part of a company that is proactively investing to provide greater health outcomes for all of Indonesia. I wish you and your families safety and good health. Thank you.